doing a before work AM type of show here.
Yeah!
Hey, it's me, Russ. In this episode, I got some VLCT from Rochester, New York. And my buddy Shaun out there. Shaun and Mark, thank you so much for this. Gonna get into it today. Actually, I got it over the weekend. It's been busy. I got other videos in my phone I haven't edited yet. This is kind of fun. I'll just throw this up and not have to edit the heck out of it. Mind you, I like editing. It's fun, but it's time consuming, and I just want to share some of my friends from the VC. I'm so excited to. What's cool and enriching about this is a kind of a social experience, because a lot of us who collect records, you know, we start talking to our friends about it, and they just sort of their eyes glaze over. They're just, a lot of people don't get it. Records, physical media, stuff like that, and it's been, you know, really cool to meet folks all over the world, you know. So these guys are from the East Coast. This would be my friend Mark from Mad for Vinyl over there, and Shaun Spins, of course, and they collected some 45's for me because I talk about how I don't collect them, so I started collecting them. I started getting some 7-inches. I bought some record store stuff 7 inches. So yeah, okay. I collect 7 inches and 45's now. I might as well come to terms with the fact that, yeah, these are pretty freaking cool. And I like them a lot. So, what do we got in here? He wrote me a nice note on the back of here. It says, the note, he says, it's often difficult to leave one's past fully behind. I hope these bring back some good memories. From Mark. Don't knock the rock. That's cool. Postcard there. And first one I'll share. Shaun left me a message and said that they went through and did this. So I got this as the Shaun Spins release of Shaun Cassidy 45 there, which is pretty cool. The Shaun Spins one has a little chest hair on it, so that's always good to see. All right, but these are really cool. From the 80's, got my Motley Crue shirt on too, which is great. Mama Don't Dance on 45. Saw Poison in concert in their first, after their debut album back in the day. They opened for Rat. Rat was horrible. I mean, I love Rat, the band Rat, but they just weren't on that night, you know? Hold on, let me straighten you out a little bit there. They just weren't, you know, it was hard to tell what song they were playing that night. Like, I've heard the Doors are either the best band or the worst band you've ever seen, but Poison was amazing that night. Also, I'm putting stuff down here on my Bluey table, which reminds me of a vinyl community. My friend Ben out there, Ben Rankins, is the best thing to come out of Australia since Bluey. So, I don't know why, but every time I see Bluey, I think of Ben. A lot of times on these, there's another song, you know, on the other side. Oh, Look What the Cat Dragged In is on side 2, which is an amazing song. It sort of highlights my life at that time, around 1986, 87, if you go back and listen to that song. Another fun fact about Mama Don't Dance was actually written by Kenny Loggins. This is a bit of yacht rock. This is a yacht rock cover. I don't know, that's just not our yacht rock song. Yacht rock is sort of, I don't know, it's sort of a weird concept. I get it, I understand it, but yeah, the original performers of that song was Kenny Loggins, and another guy did a solo thing, and that was the name of the album, and their debut album was both their names, and that was released out of that, like back in the early 70s. So yeah, Mama Don't Dance. It was a good song though. It was a good. I enjoyed the Poison cover. All right, on with it. Come on, Russ. Let's. I gotta get to work. Speaking of rat, round and round. On the Atlantic label, of course. These are so cool and in great shape. What does this have on it? On the other side is The Morning After, which I don't recall that song. That's interesting. Is that like a bonus kind of a thing? Piercy and Crosby. Robin Crosby passed away. Sad thing. Great guitarist. Amazing guy. All right. Morning After from the album Out of the Cellar. I just don't recall that song. So. And of course, Great White from the Once Bitten album. Once Bitten, Twice Shy. Whoa! Drop it. Okay. This one also has on the other side, Slow Ride. That's another great tune. I love that album. I've got that album on. I don't have the wax though. I have the cassette tape and the CD over there somewhere. Pretty sure. But I do not have the wax on that one. I don't think I ever saw Great White. Gosh, there's so many shows we saw. I was back during the stadium days, and I was like 17. This is before I was 21, so, you know, a lot of in Seattle. There was a few all ages clubs. There was, and I remember going downtown and seeing Rock Candy back in the day. That's been torn down and it's now like condos. I think Rock Candy was the only really one that I knew of where you could go in if you weren't 21 and see a rock show or a punk show or something like that. But you know, we got into going to the stadiums and seeing the big bands that were on the MTV, right? We got sucked into the whole conformity of the record companies at the time, and we're happy to do so. Except for the high prices and stuff. It was nothing like today, though. Are you kidding me? A concert back then was like $25-$30. Adjusted for inflation, that's nothing like it is today. It's just crazy what concerts. I want to rock! Twisted Sister. That was a epic video when it came out. Leader of the Pack. On the other side. Amazing. Thank you for this, Mark and Shaun. It was a collaboration kind of a thing. I appreciate it. Winger. Oh yeah. Madeleine on one side. That. It's on both sides. So. Alright, Winger, whatever. Kip Winger. That song, you look up the lyrics to that song, it would just not be a thing today. It's just a little creepy. It's just a little, like, depends on how old he is. If you're 18 and you have a 17-year-old girlfriend, is that 16? He's talking about, anyway, I'll stop. Crocus, Midnight Maniac. I do have this record. I love Crocus. I got into Crocus back in Alaska when I lived on the military base in the Aleutian Islands, and we were there with a lot of, there was a lot of soldiers and stuff. We'd ride the bus and stuff, and some of the Marines. There's a lot of Marines there and Navy people, but the Marines were always the kind of badass guys that we looked up to. We didn't have like a football team or anything, and some of those guys were still jocks and jerks. They were like our age, but these guys were a little older, and they were Marines, and some of them went into like SEAL training and stuff like that, which was cool. There was a SEAL training stuff on the island, but they would talk about the music that they liked, and Crocus was a band that came up a lot. And hey, what do you listen to? Crocus, man. Shut up, kid. Go sit down. No, most of them were pretty nice, but some of them were like that. I remember one time I was probably, I would have been 14, and we get on the bus and come to the back of the bus, and it was late. We went and saw a movie, me and a friend. and these two Marines are sitting back there drinking a flask of Jack Daniels, and they go, they said, "Hey kids, come here. You know, we can go sit by them." They hand us this flask of Jack Daniels, and you ain't getting off this bus till you finish that. And there's like that much left or whatever. But so we, you know, and we were kind of wild kids anyway. So twist my arm, man. Okay, whatever. Another one by Twisted Sister. We're Not Gonna Take It. And you can't stop rocking. I was so excited when Rhino released the Twisted Sister Christmas record, because fun fact about that song, it's one of their biggest hits, We're Not Gonna Take It, is actually sampled from I believe it's Come All You Faithful. It's a Christmas song, and Dee Schneider finally like admitted it years later. There was an interview or something where he's like, yeah, he was listening to Come All You Faithful, come all you, we're not gonna take it. That's that song, man. So, oh yeah, did I show the cover on this one? This one's got, the inside covers are pretty cool too. It's just kind of promoting the albums and stuff. Anyway. Motley Crue, here we are, Smoking in the Boys' Room. That's a cover song that they did pretty dang well back in the day. Smoking in the Boys' Room. Alright. There's that. There's the other side. Use It or Lose It is on this side. And of course, this was from the Theater of Pain. Gonna kind of blow through these. Here we go. There's that one. Thank you so much for all of these. Another Rat, Lay It Down. There's a killer guitar riff on that song, man. Love that song. Starts out. Again, Robin Crosby. Lay It Down with what was on the other side? Lay It Down. It's on both sides. Come on, Atlantic. Come on. Give us another song on the other side. Well, look on the bright side, Russ. If you scratch one side, you still got the song on the other side. Def Leppard. Here we go. Love that. Bringing on the Heartbreak. And Me and My Wine. Me and My Wine is a song I could do. I could do a whole... That's a song that's in my past. That's I could talk about that, but I'm not going to right now. Here's one. Here I Go Again, White Snake. Dana loves this song, huh, Dana? Mm-hmm. It's one of her favorite metal, 80s metal songs. Geffen Records. Here I Go Again, along with Children of the Night. That's another great song. Children of the Night. By the way, for us to vinyl collectors out there, why isn't this got a re-release, right? I have never seen this record re-released. It's very, very expensive, and I just wonder what's going on with that. This is a phenomenal album. We have like a greatest hits kind of thing that we bought, but this album, I have it on CD. I bought it on CD when it came out. I went to this concert when they toured for this album. Amazing show. But they haven't released the wax for this. I was like, what the heck? What the heck? White Snake, Geffen Records. What the heck? WTH. Triumph! From my Canadian metal, this is another one that was turned on to me when I lived in Alaska. Was Triumph. Got into Triumph as a young teen. Back in the day. Hooked on You, Just One Night. Those are two things that this kind of happen in a relationship, right? Hooked on You, but it was just for one night. You were kind of weird. Had to I don't know, what do the kids say today? Swipe right or something? I don't know how they do it nowadays in the apps. It's a weird world. We had to like meet each other face to face, and it was all awkward. When Dana and I met, it was like, it was the 80s. You had to actually talk to people and face your fears. Anyway, thanks again, Mark, Shaun, Mark, Rochester, New York, Mad, the number 4 vinyl. Links in description. Sub those channels if you haven't. Thanks again for watching. Like the video if you like the video, or don't like it. If you don't, just leave that. Just don't not like it. Just keep that to yourself. But if you like the video, like the video. Thanks.
Well, hey there. You're still here. Just got done with work. Opened up the shirt. Little bonus content for you. Look at that. That's where the punk rock flea market was. Was. Huh. Neat old building. The Gables. Capitol Hill. All these work. Feel heat coming off it. Interesting. Made it back to the work donkey. Prince, the purple van. Capitol Hill, beautiful blue sky. Artwork on the condos. That's pretty cool. There you go.